Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on last year's national champions, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
To the air, it's Powell. Punch it out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete. At the 35, he's open. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Benedict. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to throw. It's Powell. They're working that left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
The offense goes as he goes. So really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Inside the 35. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Looking downfield, it's Fuller. Scrambling away. Throwing on the run. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Calls his own number. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's got room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Powell. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. This is a designed run. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Final play of the quarter coming. On the direct snap, it's Samuel. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Powell. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and I love the timing routes. A nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get north-south, and get some good yards after the catch.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Quick completion on the out route. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Husker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And some room to work. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game,
breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game. And with his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese. And what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done. And the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it. Because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something going, and it has to start today.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Catch in the middle. It's Hauser. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. Now on the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Fuller. A shot toward the end zone. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. The ball is out behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, oh man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turn.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark that this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Fires to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. There's so much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Using his legs. It's Benedict. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Looking to throw, it's Powell. It's complete on the right side. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going.
Turning it on. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Off play action. He lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Complete to the right. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield, it's Fuller. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Oh, he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is... Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback.
There he goes. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Rush is on him. He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He uncorks one deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Benedict. Got the first down, looking for more. Speeding down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Penn State 42, Nebraska 14.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And this defense knew coming into the game with this quarterback's speed, David, they were going to have to be ready for him to tuck the ball and take off running.
But it doesn't matter. You know it, but he's so fast. You don't know about the angles, and you can't tell how fast till you get in the game. And he just takes off and makes big plays with his feet.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. A run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Back to the ground game on the left. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And after that huge gain, he will have a chance to catch his breath, and he's going to need it. What a way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming.
More base bait.
Toss to the left. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points or you can go.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. They turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Turning it on. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long. Unloads quickly.
Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Dropping back, it's Fuller. Still looking, on the move. Rolling right and going deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Let's go! Let's go!
Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Kill.
The toss sweep to the right. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.